Good morning, One Life America. Glad that everybody took time to join us for our conference call this morning. It's 10:31, so we're going to get kicked off. I hope everyone had a fantastic weekend, got some rest and relaxation in. The purpose for our call is to stay informed. We have different guests and want to make sure that you keep up to date with what's going on. There's always some good educational and informational tidbits to pick up along the way, and that's why we host this call every Monday morning at 10:30 Central Time and 11:30 Eastern Time. And for my friends out on the West Coast, it's 8:30 your time. Hopefully you had a fantastic breakfast this morning. One Life has many who are willing and more capable than I to conduct our devotion, but for selfish reasons, I wanted to do it this week. The past few weeks, I've struggled personally with an issue. The leaders of One Life, including myself, have a firm belief in our Christianity, so much so that we start our conference calls, academies, leadership summits, and even our national sales conventions awards banquet with some form of devotion or prayer. This is not to shove Jesus down anyone's throat, but to announce our corporate stance. However, if even one person who is lost and without purpose develops a relationship with Christ, we're glad to be part of that. And it's happened. Now, this does not mean by any stretch of the imagination that you must be a Christian to be in business with One Life. There are numerous religious beliefs. We may pray for you, but never point a finger and challenge your belief. Matter of fact, most of our Christian agents and managers find it much easier to ask someone how they will pay for their funeral and do they have life insurance versus asking if someone knows where they will spend eternity. My struggle, as you can see, was not to offend anyone. And if you know me, that's the last thing that I ever want to do. So in this short devotion / confession / explanation, here's a scripture that answered my question of, are we doing the right thing? This verse from Matthew 14:1 was Jesus' comment to Peter when Peter stepped out on the water to follow Jesus, who had just walked across it. The verse says, "Immediately he reached out his hand and caught him. 'You of little faith,' he said, 'why do you have doubt?'" See, Peter stepped out of the boat and got scared of the wind and the water and called out for Jesus to save him. He just needed the faith to understand that what he was doing was the right thing, and he was in fantastic hands. The last scripture warns us that standing firm in our faith and following Christ is not easy. You will face obstacles, challenges, and downright tough situations. 2 Timothy 3:12 says, "In fact, everyone who wants to live a godly life will be persecuted." The Bible didn't say some people, or might be, maybe, slim to none chance. It says that if you live a life where your light for Christ shines, expect persecution. You know what I say, my friends? Shine on. Let your light shine. Be Christ-like and deal with the situations as they come without living in fear. If we do that, I know where you and I will spend eternity. Jesus, we love you and want to be more like you. Thank you for the opportunity to share the devotion this morning, and want to get into the production update for last week, and this is actually for the week of 10/13 through 10/17, as we're a week in the rears. Company-wide, $429,000 of submitted annual premium. Agent of the week, Kirsten Goodman, with $10,272 of submitted annual premium. And number 2, Steve Thornton with $9,500 of submitted premium. Number 3, Javier Rodriguez with $8,300. Steve Gamensfelter, number 4, with $7,400. Bill Russell, $7,416. Shane Burnett, $6,800 of submitted premium in the 6th spot. Number 7, Jimmy Files, $6,861. Number 8, my friend Keith Real, $6,590. Number 9, Mr. Jeffrey Arroyo with $5,867 of submitted premium. Number 10, Imogene Jackson with $5,485. And that rounds out our top 10 for the production summary for 10/13 through 10/17. Real quick, I want to cover a few other things. Recruiting, I got my dates mixed up last conference call last week, and we'll start our recruiting efforts next week on Monday, so be ready if you've got your plugs away there for where you're wanting to recruit and what avenues we're going to be fine-tuning that this week, and we'll kick it off heavy on Monday. I think it's November the 3rd. It's coming Monday. Make sure that I sent out an email with Derek Moore's Motivational Monday video. If you didn't receive that email, you can go to onelifeamerica.com, click on our leadership tab, and all of Derek's videos are there, and you can watch each. You can go back in the past and watch the archives of videos. We're working on a new communication channel, which is text messaging, and should be finishing up that today. And hopefully by Wednesday or so, broadcasting, a great way to keep up with our communications via text message. Social media, make sure you get plugged into all of our avenues: Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube. Our newsletter is available at onelifeamerica.com. Make sure to listen to the podcast from Derek Moore at onelifeamerica.com/Derek Moore. And that's kind of all of the marketing highlights I wanted to cover today. And as I search here for Mr. Scott Glanton's phone number so I can get him queued on, I want to give an introduction for Scott. Scott's worked with One Life for almost 15 years, spent many years in sales and management, and worked his way up the One Life ladder. He serves as our Vice President and Chief Sales Officer. This guy works about 20 hours a day, and I know because I have email correspondence with him sometimes into the wee morning hours. I have the good fortune of working closely with Scott on our recruiting efforts and growth efforts. And this guy just wants to get the job done, whatever it takes. And that's why Scott is on the call today. And let me find his phone number here so I can unmute Scott. Scott, are you with us on the call today? Scott, did I hear you?
Hello, David. Can you hear me?
Hey, are you there?
I am here, and I've been here.
Man, that was the most awkward 4 minutes of my life, my friend. Sorry about the inconvenience, Brother Glanton. You're always a friend of mine, and I tell Scott often, don't count my mistakes. I won't count anybody else's. The number kind of disappeared in my list there. Don't know where it went, but glad to have you on the call this morning nonetheless. Got about 55 people sitting here that are looking forward to hearing from you.
Well, David, thank you for inviting me to be the guest on today's call. Sorry about the inconvenience. I know our numbers here at the office show up as 601 numbers, so it may be hard to find. So my apologies to everyone for the technical difficulties. But it's an honor. And, David, I want to commend you for doing a fantastic job on hosting our weekly One Life conference calls. That was an awesome devotion, and one that I know you and I have discussed and been on your heart, so I appreciate you sharing that with us. I have listened to every single call, either live or by recording, and know that these calls are very benefiting to all of our One Life agents, so thank you for that. Real quick, the topics that I was going to discuss today are ones that I think that we use every day, whether you're an agent or recruiting and building your team. And the topics that I'm going to discuss are, 1, recruiting, building your business, and then maintaining your agents. Topic 2 will be work ethic. And topic 3 will be staying plugged in, which I know you covered a bit about how to stay plugged in with One Life. So starting with the first topic, recruiting, building your business, and maintaining your agents. Talk about recruiting a little bit. When I was first recruited or told about the opportunity 15 years ago, what attracted me to this business and to this company was this. I wanted to be self-employed. Even though I was young, out of college, looking for a career, I wanted to work for me. I wanted something that provided me with an unlimited income potential. I wanted something that involved teamwork and helping others. I wanted a certain lifestyle. I wanted freedom. I wanted an opportunity where I was rewarded based on me and no one else. I did not want to have to ask for a raise or get into politics for a promotion. This opportunity had all of these things. Once I got a taste of it, I wanted to tell everyone about a way to change their life and to accomplish all of their goals and dreams. So when recruiting, I'm often asked, what works best? The first thing that I would say, and we've talked about it many times, is our warm market. To me, that's the best recruiting method. Be proud of what you are doing and who you are and what we represent to the people of your inner circle. because people that see you and trust you and see what you're doing and how you're doing it and how it makes you happy will be most interested in what you're doing. I still have the passion and desire to tell others, friends of mine today that I run in contact with, about One Life, and it becomes contagious. So I think warm market, telling others, is your best avenue for recruiting. Obviously, you do a great job on what we call the cold market avenues, the career builder ads, the email blast, the opportunity calls, the opportunity meetings that Lee, Maury, and myself and you as well have been doing here of late throughout the country. And we're gaining lots of traction with these cold market efforts. But the bottom line is activity. Keep it going always. You can never stop recruiting as a manager. It's easy to get frustrated, but you can't. You got to believe in you first and what you're doing and keep up the activity. You have to keep a strong mind. So many times, we see folks that start off strong, and when they don't have immediate success, sometimes they kind of fade. But this is a long-time event. Recruiting is the easy part, and then getting them into production is where the challenge lies. So that comes into my next point of building your business. Businesses or agencies that are built for the long term take time and patience. As I analyze and look at our most successful groups, they have a strong foundation. They believe in the long-term process. They didn't just have tomorrow in sight. They had longevity. You can't want more for your agents than they want for themselves. You have to have them identify their goals and help them achieve them, which is very key because not everyone's goals are the same as mine or the same as yours. Some folks' goals are to work 2 days a week, and we want to help them accomplish that. So you have to know your agents and know what their goals are. We had a meeting in Georgia the other morning, and really our goal was to find 1 or 2 recruits by the end of the year and sink yourself into them for the rest of the year. Not to find 50 recruits. Sometimes folks want to do the mass recruiting efforts, and to be honest, the mass recruiting hasn't proven to be as successful as taking 1 agent at a time, possibly 4 agents in the year. And then once you get these agents, we have to maintain our agents. We have to take it personal. When you recruit an agent, you should feel responsible. I know that we here in Georgia, and then as I work closely with many other groups, we've learned, I often hear people say, it's my responsibility to see them succeed. So you have to serve your agents. You have to always be available, always be honest, always do what you say you're going to do. We are all looking for someone that cares about our success, and agents are no different. We have to train them on all parts of the system. If you don't take time and train them, then they get easily frustrated. We need to train them on everything, not just pulling leads and selling insurance. Make sure they get into production quickly and help them be consistent. Consistency is the key. We always, when I'm in front of folks, you want to find that agent that can write the 3,000 to 4,000 every single week, not 2,000 this week and then 10,000 the next week and then 0 the next week. Teach them how to be consistent. Our most successful agents are ones that are consistent week in and week out. And then lastly, communicate often. Help them stay plugged in. Always know what is going on. Agents are counting on us as the manager for direction. So be in the know. So I think that those things are what I use every day in recruiting, building our business, and then maintaining our agents. The second topic is work ethic. Colin Powell said it best. There are no secrets to success. It is a result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure. Hard work is not a sometimes thing. It's an all-the-time thing. I often observe agents and managers that start off strong but don't maintain their pace of hard work for the long term. Usually they fade when success is not accomplished in the short time. I believe you have to stay the course, mentally believe that success will come, and stay at it through good and tough times, through thick and thin. I always believed if someone else could do it, then I could too. You not only have to work hard, but you have to work smart. Our most successful agents, managers, and leaders have a common philosophy: do as I do and not do as I say. My dad always told me that nothing in life was easy. If you want it, believe that you can get it, work hard, and get it done, and you will achieve it. Don't ever let the naysayers tell you different. Successful people do what unsuccessful people are not willing to do, and I always keep that in mind. Most folks don't want to make that additional recruiting call or 2 or 3 calls, and I'm always one that is going to make that extra call. As Aristotle said, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Make it your habit to work hard. I've always observed people who I thought were successful and watched what they did and their work ethic, and then tried to do the things that they are doing to achieve their success. I've learned to find an accountability partner. Scotty Elliott, our president, and I have an accountability call pretty much every day, and we hold each other accountable. So I feel responsible to him to make sure that I get the job done. Hard work is a habit. I believe what Magic Johnson said about work ethic is talent is never enough. With few exceptions, the best players are the hardest workers. So it takes hard work to be successful in this business. The last topic that I was going to talk about or want to talk about is staying plugged in. David, as you've said, communication and connectivity have proven to strengthen an organization. One Life does a fantastic job, and David, your department does a fantastic job of all the ways to keep our agents and managers connected. As you said, Facebook. I'm not a huge Facebooker, but I do partake, and I think it's excellent how you communicate to all of us, not only to recognize the agents, but also the things that are going on within One Life. YouTube. It's so comforting to hear so many agents talk about a video that they watched of Derek Moore or at one of our events that you keep current with all the things that we have going on. Twitter. I want to recommend, I know we're working on a text message ability soon, but I want to, recommend that everyone, for now, text, as you have here, follow One Life America, all in lowercase, to the number 40404. That will help you stay connected through Twitter. LinkedIn. LinkedIn's a great avenue. Every agent within One Life should take advantage of LinkedIn, and then also like the One Life America LinkedIn page. And then lastly, as you said, Derek Moore. We have an unbelievable resource in Derek Moore. And I hope that and challenge each person every day to fill their mind and their spirit with substance. As you said, every Monday, Moore's Motivational Monday videos. I know I hadn't seen the current one. I believe the last one was on F for family. His blog posts when you're riding down the road through appointments. Many of us listen to music or, talk radio, but, fill your car with Derek's blog podcast every day. Those have proven to be beneficial, and I've enjoyed listening to someone like Derek who inspires me. Books. Keep a book in front of you. Derek, recommends several books, and then obviously all the social media outlets and the conference calls. Very important. I often ask, and I ask in Florida on Friday, why would we all not stay connected to the company that we have partnered with, that we have, entrusted to support ourselves and our family? These are ways that we can, stay connected and know what's going on. We at One Life have made the investment in the different outlets for our agency force and employees to stay connected. Please know that this is an expense, not a profit. However, we believe and want to make sure that we are doing our part to keep everyone in the know. We have so many resources and connections that we are blessed to have on the One Life team and in the One Life family that everyone can benefit from. You just have to take advantage. We suggest and hope that you are utilizing and also holding yourselves as well as your colleagues and downline to plugging in. There's no reason that everyone should not get on the Monday calls. There's no excuse, and we make it easy for everyone as we send the recording out. I challenge all of you to be process-oriented and not results-oriented. If you follow the process, then the results will come. I feel guilty if I do not make every conference call or listen to the recording or listen to one of Derek's Monday morning motivations or one of his podcasts, no matter what. again, we make it easy for you. Tom Ziegler, the son of Zig, said, what you feed your mind determines your appetite. Zig called it priming the pump. Do you prime the pump of your mind with good, encouraging, wisdom-filled information? This is how you should do it. And David Glass, who was the former president CEO of Walmart, was once asked why he admired company founder Sam Walton. He responded, there's never been a day in his life since I've known him that he didn't improve in some way. One life gives us many ways to improve ourselves daily. So I ask you, do you have a passion for personal growth? I hold myself accountable, and I hope you do too. David, I appreciate so much the opportunity to be the guest on today's call and discuss 3 different topics: recruiting, building your business, maintaining your agents, and what has helped make me successful, work ethic. It's a compliment that you said that, I have a work ethic, but I know no other way. To get what I want, it takes hard work. And then staying plugged in. You guys have done a fantastic job of allowing us to stay plugged in and to know what's going on within One Life. Again, thank you, and I'm sorry about the difficulties in the beginning.
Scott, that's all my fault, my friend. I appreciate you being on the call, and that's some really good stuff there. I'm going to open the lines right now. You can unmute yourself by hitting unmute yourself by using *6, hitting *6 to unmute yourself. And as you can see, I've already caused 4 solid minutes of awkward silence, so I'm not opposed to doing 30 seconds. You got Scott Glanton on the phone. If you want to ask him a question, now's the time. So we're going to hit a little 30-second awkward silence unless somebody speaks up.
Hi, this is Bridget from Miami. How are you?
Let me unmute Scott once again. I got him this time. I'm not letting him go anywhere. Scott, you with us? Scott, are you with us?
I'm here. David, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Bridget, good to hear from you. It was good to see you on Friday and meet you last week.
Well, I just wanted to let you know that I lost my voice. I was so excited, and the weather really hurt me. But I'm here with my team. I want everyone to say hello.
Hello. Nice to meet all of you, and thank you so much for having them on the call. I appreciate it.
Well, we're going to have our Monday meetings, and during our meetings from 10 to 12, at 11, we're going to plug in, so we're all going to be together and learning from the best. And I just want to thank you for the attendance that you gave us and the way you treated us, and we're very happy, very thankful, and we won't let you down.
Thank you, Bridget. Thanks for being on the call today. I really appreciate it. You're going to do awesome.
Thank you. Appreciate that. God bless you.
Likewise.
Thanks, Bridget. Any other questions for Scott Glanton? Scott Glanton's on the line. If you got a question for him, now's the time.
And David, just so everyone knows, I feel like my job's one to serve. So if ever I can help anyone individually, whether, from my experience in selling or, building a team, please don't hesitate to call, email, or text me.
Absolutely. Well, Scott, I have one question for you. You talked about you teaching your agents consistency. What's some good ways to work with an agent and show them consistency? I know agents sometimes draw leads differently. They try to work different schedules. What's one of the key things that stands out in your mind for teaching an agent consistency?
Well, I think routine is one way to be consistent. I believe there's a reason that most companies, work 8 to 5, go in at 8, work till 12, take an hour lunch break, and then work from 1 till 5, is because they get in a routine. And, we like to teach agents to get in a routine, whatever that routine is. I always commend the Florida agents because, they pull their leads on Friday, they get prepared on Monday, and they work in the field Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then do their, meeting with, if they're recruiting agents or paperwork on Fridays again. But they get in a routine, and that causes consistency. You can't be all over the board. You got to be organized, but you got to have a routine and continue that routine each and every week. As far as, like you mentioned, pulling leads, whatever, most agents and should know how to back in how many leads they need to pull to get the production they need to generate the income that they need. For me personally, when I was in the field, I always pulled about 40 to 50 leads every single week. I pulled my leads on Friday. I always worked Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then I cleaned up on Thursday and did my paperwork on Friday. But I knew that that would generate between 5,000 and 6,000 of production, which is what I needed as far as income goes every single week. So consistency is definitely the key, and being on a routine and knowing exactly how to get and accomplish the goals that you've set forth are key to consistency.
Fantastic. We'll give 5 more seconds here if anybody has a question. *6 to unmute.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Scott, this is Mark Wingo up here in Minnesota.
Hey, Mark, how are you?
I'm good. And yourself?
Fine, thanks.
I'm newer to One Life here, and I'm really interested in, getting some help to grow my business. And I was wondering if you can help me personally to do that.
I would work. I'm not sure who your upline is, but I would work closely with you and your upline to definitely do that, and know that it's a marathon, not a sprint. So, again, one thing that I said on my one of my topics there was, it takes patience and longevity. Many folks come in and say, by the end of the year, I want to have 300 agents and be doing 100,000. Well, I don't want to take that dream away, but that's not realistic. And but I would be more than happy to show you how we've been successful in building teams, and others have built teams. I'm fortunate enough to talk to many of our successful managers, and would be more than happy to do that.
Perfect. And what's the best email to get a hold of you?
My email address is sglanton, that's S like Scott, Glanton, Glanton, at onelifeamerica.com.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Mark. Any other questions for Scott while he's on the phone? We're being respectful for everyone's time. We'll go ahead and wrap up the call. The difference between who you are and who you want to be is what you're going to do today. So make it a great day. Thanks for joining us, and see you on the next call.
Thanks, David.
Thank you, Scott.